Welcome to the SEOdotCo Search Engine Optimization Podcast. Digital marketing essentials and next level tactics. From offsite and on-site optimization to persuasive selling and everything in between. You'll learn actionable tips on what it takes to outright and outrank your competition. Now, here's your host, Nate Need.
Welcome again to another episode of the SEOdotCo Search Engine Optimization Podcast. Today we're going to be talking about RFPs, RFQs, how to respond to them, best practices, annoyances, and anything and everything in between. And I've read some various opinions online about the annoyances of RFPs and why people do not like the typical RFP in SEO. And it's interesting because any other industry, if you've ever been in any other industry, RFPs and RFQs are pretty standard, and the language that is often included in SEO RFPs is also extremely similar to what you would see in any commercial request for proposal that goes out to bid. And so it shouldn't be surprising to any of those who are kind of in enterprise sales. And I've seen SEOs, complain and whine in both forums and blog posts about how SEO RFPs are bunk and etc. And the fact of the matter is that what is included in an SEO or any sort of digital marketing RFP is going to be something similarly requested from any other type of enterprise RFP that's out there. So I'll leave it with that caveat. The first point being is RFPs I think they serve a number of purposes. Obviously, they want to get the purpose is initially out the gate to get a request for a bid or a quotation or a proposal, to see who has the chops to be able to meet the standards of what they're looking to accomplish. They also, in doing so, you're obviously fishing for the best price for quality match that you can possibly get, and assuming that the RFPs come back with information that is valid, then it really allows those that are putting them out to bid to get the best response possible. And in doing so, they really can filter among varying choices. And we have responded to, I don't know how many RFPs that have been issued to us. And, we have no problem with providing a lot of the things that the RFPs are requesting. Things like, client testimonials or references. Now, most of our clients are under NDA, but we have a few who have graciously allowed us to use their name and contact detail to provide that type of feedback and as a reference to those who are requesting for it. Now, when it comes to providing details on a whole slew of clients in a specific industry, so if you're in, say, the education vertical and they want to see XYZ number, maybe it's 10 references and 10 examples of clients in that vertical. Yeah, we might have 10 examples of clients in that vertical, and we do. But the problem is that all of those clients are going to be under non-disclosure, some sort of confidentiality agreement. It's the way that our industry works, and so it does become difficult. So you kind of have to navigate those waters a little bit, and most folks will understand that as long as you have some good case studies to revolve around. And one of the things that I think most annoys people about the request for proposal, things that go out to bid, is the amount of detail that is requested. It does require someone with an eye toward detail, and going through all the minutia that's in there. It's a filter mechanism, and so those that complain about it, it's just part of doing business. It's part of the world of enterprise SEO, and so you need to be very detail oriented. And I think it helps. It's almost like a job interview in a lot of respects. Instead of just finding someone online who's been really good about their own SEO, it's about having someone present themselves and give you a resume that they would be comfortable with, and presenting yourself in such a way that you have bragging rights to whoever is going to be responding to the RFP. So I think it obviously serves a number of different purposes. And when we respond to any requests for proposal out there, we really do try to put our best foot forward. In any PowerPoint presentation, slide decks, we have our graphic design team put things together, make it look really nice, and then we're very anal about details and responding to the details in those RFPs. But it is, again, it's the name of the game. That's how things work. I'd love to hear some of our listeners here, some of their feedback on what they do for their standard RFP responses. Do they have a template that they use and then they backfill it with detail? That's typically how we do it. So we have a nice template, and then any new requests that are not found in that RFP, we simply add those the answers to those requests in the new template, and it makes it easy because subsequent RFPs, eventually you get to the point where they've asked most of the questions, and you can then just simply redact items that may not be applicable to that specific RFP in subsequent opportunities that come your way. So the first one is always the hardest. It's very front loaded, but then subsequent opportunities, they just get easier and easier, and your data just gets it's easier to respond. You just need to find and point to the pieces in the specific RFP that makes sense. Love to hear your feedback. Thanks again for joining us, and best luck on your next search engine optimization RFP. Again soon.
Thank you for joining us on the SEOdotCo podcast. We appreciate your time. Be sure to rate, review, and subscribe to the show, and visit SEO.co for more resources based on today's topic, as well as access to more podcast episodes to help you improve your site's long-term SEO success.